Welcome, beautiful, beloved souls. My name is Jem, and I'm a psychic medium, and I'm an author. And this channel looks at everything through a lens. By that, I don't fit any particular niche. I look at anything and everything. It could be basic self-help. It could be about medication. It could be about my life. It could be about supernatural. It could be anything through a lens, Jem's lens, L-E-N-S. And I want to promote my latest book. At the moment, it's not available. An ebook's available, but it should be in the next few days. And the book's titled Haunting, a Gentle Guide to Internal and External Disturbance. Now, so far, I've uploaded 2 lots of haunting. I've discussed internal haunting, where you are haunted by your mistakes, by memories, by trauma, by grief, by loss, it's your stuff. It's internal. And I've also uploaded one about external. So it's outside of you. You could be haunted. It could be a haunted home, haunted hospital, haunted land, a haunted doll, a haunted jewelry, even person being haunted. And that's usually a medium, sensitive, empath, intuitive, that kind, because sometimes 2 people can be in the same room and one person sensitive to those things and another person may not be, or they may look at it from science and just totally not see something as haunted. But I've decided to do this 3rd video, and this is about entities that haunt, understanding presence without fear. When people hear the word entity, fear often rushes in before understanding has a chance to arrive. So, in this video, I want to slow this conversation right down. We're going to talk about the kinds of entities or beings people report in haunting experiences without sensationalism and without denial. Not everything unseen is benevolent, meaning well-intended, but not everything unseen is dangerous either. The goal here is not to frighten, but to restore perspective, discernment, and personal sovereignty. What do I mean by personal sovereignty? Your soul, you in this. So, what do we mean by entity? An entity is simply described as a distinct presence. That presence may be unconscious or conscious, human or non-human, symbolic, environmental, or unknown. Most entities do not interact. Many are misinterpreted. Very few are hostile. Fear thrives when categories blur. So let's gently separate them. Human spirits, also known as ghosts. Human spirits are the most commonly reported entities or beings. These are often individuals attached to place or memory, unaware they have died, drawn to familiarity rather than the living. They are not inherently frightening. They are not demonic. They are not seeking harm. Ethical response matters here. Acknowledge calmly. Do not interrogate. Do not force movement. Don't force them to move on. Don't force them into a tunnel. Don't force into a light. Do not threaten. You also do not have to do anything. Now, most resolve with neutrality or gentle redirection. Animal spirits. Animals are sometimes reported in hauntings, especially on rural land, where animals lived or died repeatedly. In emotionally bonded homes, animal presence is genuinely non-threatening and non-interactive. They do not seek attention and often fade naturally. Then we have residual or environmental presence. This is not a conscious entity at all. Residual presence is more like an echo or a photo, and it involves sounds, movement, emotional atmosphere, and repeating scenes. It's on a loop. And this is often linked to trauma, routine, repetition over time. There is nothing to remove here. Understanding and environmental change often settle it down. Then there's the fae and natural beings. Across cultures, there are reports of non-human, earth-linked beings, often grouped under fae, F-A-E, and these include elemental types, nature guardians, trickster energies, place-bound intelligences. Importantly, they are not human. They do not operate on human morality. They are rarely interested in people directly. Fear-based confrontation doesn't work here. Respect, boundaries, and non-engagement are key. Then we have aliens and non-human intelligences. Some people report experiences they interpret as alien or extra-dimensional. These experiences often include paralysis, altered consciousness, missing time, strong emotional impact. It is important to say this carefully. Many of these experiences overlap with neurological states. Some remain unexplained. Very few involve ongoing threat. Fear amplifies interpretation. Grounding reduces intensity. Then we have the unknown. Not everything fits a category. Some experiences are simply brief, inexplicable, non-repeating. The unknown does not require explanation. Not knowing is safer than assuming. Right, let's lastly look at darkness, shadow, and demonic experiences. Now we come to the part people often avoid or dramatize. Yes, there are rare cases where something feels oppressive, hostile, or dark. This doesn't mean it's omnipotent, evil incarnate, or targeting you. Darkness feeds on fear, attention, confrontation, emotional charge. This is why aggressive religious responses often escalate activity. Showing a cross, shouting prayers, threatening hell, or cursing creates conflict, not resolution. Conflict is stimulation. How to respond to dark or oppressive presence. The most effective responses are surprisingly simple. You can ignore, you can dismiss, you can laugh, you can withdraw attention, or claim space calmly. Statements like, "You are not relevant here. This space is not available." No emotion, no fear, no drama. You are not fighting. You are withdrawing permission. Let's look at places marked by violence or evil acts. Some lands or buildings carry heavy emotional residue. Murders, abuse, prolonged cruelty, war. This doesn't mean something evil remains actively present. It means trauma imprints environment, like the cigarette gets in smoke into the wall. Healing comes, before we get on to healing, these spaces may feel oppressive, but they are not sentient predators. Now, let's do healing. Healing comes through time, respect, human presence, restoration, not confrontation. Never, ever, whatever the being is, confront them. Never, ever curse them. Never send them to hell. Never force them to do anything. In closing, the reflection. The unseen is not a battlefield. Most entities are neutral. Some are confused. A few are best ignored. Fear is not protection. Aggression is not strength. Calm authority, grounded presence, and personal sovereignty are enough. You do not need to cleanse endlessly. You do not need to confront. In fact, you do not need to do anything. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourselves and please drop a comment. I will follow up with a very quick one on poltergeists. Take care of yourselves, each other. Love, light, and blessings. Bye.